welcome all of you with my love and blessings. First question.
Dear Swamiji Nityanandam, is our life path already decided based on the planetary positions at the time of birth? If so, can it be changed after an initiation from the Master? What is the significance of Mangal Sutra and toe ring according to our Vedic tradition? Married women are not supposed to remove this any time. Is there any spiritual significance? When the husband is not alive, women are not allowed to wear kumkum, flowers and bangles, etc., and they are considered inauspicious. What is the reason behind this? Is there anything called dosha and pariharam? In what way the pariharam affects us spiritually to make life better? M. Suveda, IA ID number 89.
First thing, your life path is already decided because of the mental setup you create, not because of any planetary positions at the time of birth. The way you grow, that mental setup, that affects your life path. Second, if so, can it be changed after initiation from the Master? As I said, initiation from the Master changes all your mental setup and patterns. So it can be changed. Third, significance of Mangal Sutra and toe ring according to our Vedic tradition. I also wanted to make this very clear. Toe ring and Mangal Sutra is not mentioned in any Vedic literature. In later on, the set of books called Smritis, the lifestyle instructions. Only in that lifestyle instruction books like Manusmriti, Prajapati's laws, and later on, only the Smriti literatures, the lifestyle books, the words like Mangal Sutra are all appearing. Even there, toe ring idea is not there. It was added later on in the Puranic periods. See, the Vedic period, Smriti period, Puranic period. In Smriti period only the Mangal Sutra gets added. In the Puranic period, the toe ring gets added. So basically, in the original Vedic scriptures, there are neither references nor any spiritual significance associated to Mangal Sutra and toe ring. So, because there is no spiritual significance, I do not want to talk about it much. As a social custom, okay. I have no opinion to support it or negate it. And why, when the husband is not alive, women are not allowed to use kumkum and flowers and bangles and consider inauspicious? I think this is male chauvinistic. They are afraid to have a woman fully dressed up without husband because these fellows will get tempted. It is just male chauvinistic, nothing else. So don't bother about that. This is already broken by Sharada Devi. Sharada Devi made it very clear. Sharada Devi clearly, even after Ramakrishna left the body, she did not remove the bangles, she did not wear the white sari. See, even in white sari, she will wear the border only. In West Bengal, with border, you can't wear white sari those days. If husband is not there. She did not care. And she will do all the auspicious activities and everything. And there is nothing called dosha and parihara as far as this wearing kumkum, flower, bangles after husband passed away. Don't bother about that. There are some other significance in dosha and pariharas. I'll talk about it later on, some other time. Next question.
The next question is from Jairam Reddy, IA ID number 68. He's asking, Dear Swamiji, Please elaborate the essence and need of using dietary supplements for optimal health. Give your insights about using natural organic supplements, especially supplements from Amway's Nutrilite. Jairam Reddy, IA ID number 68.
Jairam Reddy, I cannot support Amway's Nutrilite because I do not know about it. I don't know whether you are Amway agent. Am I right? Amway agent? Ah. So I cannot support the Amway Nutrilite because I do not know about it. But I can tell you one thing. You can use any dietary supplement as far as it is vegetarian and organic. As long as it is vegetarian and organic, you can use. In those days, we used to use in the food itself, like neem, many of the spices, badam, all these are dietary supplements only. As long as it is a vegetarian and organic, you can use any amount of supplements. It does not hinder your spiritual growth and it helps your optimal health. Next question.
The next question is from Des Kumar Sahu, IA number 76. He's asking, what is the importance in spiritual name? Is it effective in getting enlightenment? Des Kumar Sahu, IA ID number 76.
Des Kumar Sahu, it is a spiritual name is useful in three ways. One, this is the path for you to travel. Second, that is the goal you need to achieve. Third, it's my blessing. You will travel in that path and achieve that goal. That is what is the significance of spiritual name. It is very powerful in achieving enlightenment.
Paramahamsa Nityananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nityananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 097422033111. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.